Alright, so how you guys doing today?
Doing great. As you can see, there's no Marquis with us. Actually, Marquis transformed to Paul over here.
Yeah,
Hi.
well, this must be a podcast, episode 4. I got it right this time.
Yep,
No,
you got
3.
it right.
No, 2? Yeah, so like Devin said, Marquis is not here. I left him in hell. So we subbed in Paul once again here to help us out a little bit, give us his good contributions.
My expert opinion.
Yeah, his expert opinion. And Devin behind the
old faithful
laptop.
Yeah.
With our topics today. So I guess, as normal, let's start with local news.
Oh, that's my cue?
Yeah.
Let's see. So this is coming from Chris. The real deal: why millionaires are fleeing New Jersey and New York City.
Well, the article was made by Real Deal. Yeah.
Okay.
So, well, it worked. The Real Deal: why millionaires are fleeing New York and New Jersey. It was an article I found. It's kind of harking back to, I believe, the first episode of the podcast, and we were talking about how New York and New Jersey is starting to get very expensive, and most people who move out of the city come next door and live in Jersey or even Pennsylvania, because you can buy a lot more, like a lot bigger properties, and it's less expensive.
Yeah.
Especially in Pennsylvania, you could buy acres of land for a couple $100,000, maybe, or like maybe a little bit less, huh?
I didn't know it was that cheap.
Yeah, you could buy good amount of land and pretty nice houses for fairly cheap prices. Because as we know, New York is so expensive. If you want like a basic like suite or something, you're probably going to be spending a crap ton of money.
Wouldn't a lot of people moving there though drive up their prices though? Like as time goes on, like if people are just moving here in New Jersey and then New Jersey's expensive, and
they moved to PA.
Then they moved to PA.
Well, yeah, that was the other thing. Since New Jersey, as we were gonna cover, is starting to get very expensive.
Yeah,
and they're kicking everybody out. Gentrification's real, and like I did mention, it's starting to hit closer to home. A lot of changes in Newark is being planned and being made. A lot of these really nice luxury apartment buildings are starting to pop up all over the place.
Yeah,
that the common folk cannot afford.
Yeah, no. Like if you ever just took a walk in my town, you see these really nice apartment buildings that over maybe the last 5 years just started being constructed or redone, because it's starting to get too expensive for people who work out there, and it's like 25, 30, 45-minute train ride or straight down the line, and you can move into cheaper towns with really nice apartments. I guarantee a lot of the people by Dan or even in Short Hills, a lot of people probably work in the city, and train stations are pretty convenient for a lot of people in Jersey.
I feel like even as far as my town, Union, goes, those new Avalon apartments. Those are really nice apartments. There's also another one in Maplewood.
Yeah.
And
exactly. The swimming pool, right?
Yeah.
The swimming pool.
There's one right there. Really nice.
Yeah.
There's one right there on Vauxhall Road, and I see them every day. And the rent is like $3,000 a month or something like that. There's something ridiculous. I don't even know exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, the one right next to the train station is like $4,000 a month.
Yeah.
Plus.
Ridiculous.
So it's like living in a hotel pretty much.
Yeah.
That's how lovely they look.
Yeah.
And cozy, I'm sure. So continuing with the topic, so one thing I did mention here is last year the region encompassing New York City, New Jersey, and Newark lost more than 5,700 individuals with liquid assets, and assets of 1 million to 30 million. And the what's it say there?
The folks that technically can afford to live here are also the people who have second homes. They could be in Pennsylvania, they could be in the Southwest, very often it's Florida, said Deborah Taylor of Taylor Financial Group in Franklin Lakes, New Jersey. The tax situation in those states is much more attractive.
Yeah. So let's think of Florida. Obviously, a lot of us know that living in the South, you're going to be guaranteed a nice size land, probably, and if you find a nice comfortable area. Like, I've always been pulled to live in Florida. It's just something about it that interests me, and I know living there is a little bit cheaper, and it's a lot more peaceful, a lot more quiet. I mean, it comes with its issues.
Yeah.
Being human, being nature. And you kind of have to have the patience. You have to like warm weather. I honestly don't mind it, but like I said, you're gonna find a lot better land, probably a lot better living conditions. Everything's gonna be a little bit more private, and I guess that's why old people move down there.
Yeah,
especially with the collecting the social securities and all that. They can't handle the cold.
Mm-hmm.
So. And that's another thing. A lot of it's a big move. It's a big move for a lot of people who are moving out of the city, who can't really afford to live anywhere close by, because once they get done with New Jersey, they're gonna move to Pennsylvania and Connecticut.
Yeah.
That's what I think, because it's the whole tri-state area that's gonna be affected by this at some point. But New Jersey's probably going to be the biggest task. Right?
New Jersey was already not all that cheap either.
Well, no.
On its own.
No.
So this just makes
Taxes
things worse for a lot of people. Yeah.
So, and there was also a tax update last season or last year. I think
so.
Some sort of taxes doubled.
Jesus.
Yeah, I think state and federal tax, the deductions doubled, I believe.
Oh, wow.
And I think that was one of the things that kind of kicked off all of this.
Huh.
I don't know. You want to look into that? I believe that.
Let me see.
Yeah, it definitely seems interesting. Definitely should look into that. That's crazy.
Yeah, I believe 2018 state and federal taxes deductions doubled.
Oh, yeah, the 2018 tax reform pact. The new tax law nearly doubles the standard deduction amount. Single taxpayers will see their standard deduction jump from $6,050 for 2017 taxes to $12,000 for 2018 taxes, the ones you file in 2019. Today, roughly 30% of taxpayers itemize. Under the law, this percentage is expected to decrease.
Under the new law, the percentage is expected to decrease.
Yeah. For taxpayers that itemize.
So, I guess being that tax deductions did double, and yeah, I guess at that point it gets a little too expensive to live in the city because they're taking more money out. All right.
Taking more money, and it also doesn't seem like they're doing much to really improve anything in the city. You always see these campaigns from mayors and governors, and they talk about the same thing. It seems like all the time, and then nothing really gets fixed.
Well,
I don't know. I don't live in the city. That's just an outsider's thought.
Yeah, and I've just always known the city to be expensive, so I've had the appeal. I get why it's nice and why you pay so much to live there, but it's scary. And I mean, at some point, it's just gonna be a rich man's world. You're not gonna be able to move without having to dish out insane amount of cash.
I mean, also though, I feel like in the city, there's always everywhere you walk, there's some kind of construction. They're always doing something new.
Yeah.
So it's they're always keeping things fresh, and when you do that, then it's okay, it's inviting in a better crowd of people, so to speak. And then that's when the whole back to the whole gentrification thing kind of goes in. It's like, you know, you get one group, you fix these things up, and you get one group to go in, and then while the other group can't particularly afford that type of living, so they got to go somewhere else.
And you know, this also kind of ties into what we talked about last week with the minimum wage increase.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, like because with all these people moving in and making things more expensive, the minimum wage increase by the time it happens, especially here in the state of New Jersey, since this will be by 2024, it's not going to mean much.
Yeah. No. And then it's just going to have to go up again. Yeah. And I think I did say that. I think, or one of us said that as the minimum wage goes up, I think it was you. As the minimum wage goes up, things just become more expensive.
Yeah.
More expensive because to give out more money, you have to make more money.
Yep.
So, I don't know where that's going to go. And everybody's just going to kind of get out of Dodge now. That big move to the South.
I didn't know that like the whole minimum wage like raise was going to be like 2024.
Well, yeah, because they raised minimum wage in the city to $15.
Yeah.
And then I was looking up stuff after that because I was upset. I was like, there's no way. I mean, I know they protested and they really pushed for it.
Yeah.
But then come to find out that they said it's going to raise by $1 every year. Mm-hmm. And so their big expectation is by 2024, it should be $15. But as we were mentioning last time, that's a slow process. So you can already see that things aren't really shaping up to be positive by 2024.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows where we're going to be? And at that point, as I was mentioning, I believe, we're talking about the wall, so that's different. But 2024, we can hope, well, by then we would have, 2 new presidents, potentially?
Possibly.
Because 2020 is the next election, right? Well, no, by 2024 would be hopefully the second or the first term of who we would hope to be new.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, overall, let's just hope that something ends up happening, something positive. But I do like the way Governor Murphy is moving with this, so it looks fine. It looks good. But, like I said, things are going to get too expensive too quick.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the route that it seems like we're on.
And then it's time to move to Texas.
Texas or Florida or anywhere down south.
In Texas, that's why I chose it.
But then everything is just kind of messed up. Now I'm actually just going to go into a little bit of a deep dive here. Because so they're moving everybody out of, I guess, where Mother Nature doesn't affect us the worst. They're moving them down south where Mother Nature affects them the worst.
Yeah.
Florida's been getting hit with hurricanes like crazy over the last couple of years. Texas, they had the hurricane.
Mm-hmm.
The Carolinas.
Oh yeah, they've been getting battered. It's been
and it's pretty decent to live down there too.
Mm-hmm.
So they're trying to get everybody who can't afford to live up here to move down south, where it's cheap, where we might get extinct.
You
think?
Like the last?
Probably not.
I think that's getting. A little too deep.
Yeah.
That's not a deep dive. You're just like going all in. But
no, but it's, you kind of see that trend in a way.
You do have a point because it's been a bunch of just like Congo lines of hurricanes. Like even last summer, it was ridiculous. Just one right after the other.
Yeah,
it's like follow the leader. And
for the last 3 years.
Thankfully, we haven't gotten anything major like Sandy up here.
No.
But I wouldn't be surprised if we saw something within the next few years. Because it's already...
I for sure hope not.
I hope not too, but with the way things are going, and especially with these weather patterns, these crazy weather patterns, I wouldn't count it out.
Anything is on the table.
For sure. So what do we have next? I think we're done with that.
Want to move into the quickfire round?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is our quickfire round for this week. The cheap sound effects by Devin.
Yeah. So, my quickfire question, which is going to be the only quickfire question, because Devin failed once again to come up with a quickfire.
Oh my god.
Paul wasn't familiar with the quickfire, so he gets a pass this time around. But this is relating to people in our age group here. Older people could chime in as well. But social question: how old do you have to be to move out with your parents? Move out of your parents' home. Move in with your partner.
You know, I feel like this also falls into what we were just talking about, because as the cost of living goes up, people who are like just starting, especially people who are just starting out,
Yeah,
like on their own and stuff, it's becoming more and more difficult for them to get their own place and like move out at an early age. Like, you would have to have like a really good job and some serious like financial, like, what do you call it? I'm blanking on the word.
Yeah, definitely stability.
Yeah, in order to be able to afford a place to live, unless you like you were just saying, move somewhere to the south where it's more affordable, then I feel like it would be more like doable. Or if you already live in the south, it'd be more doable at an earlier age than up here. But up here, it's hard to tell because there's so many factors, and you know, nothing's cheap in New Jersey. So
exactly, and on top of that, I mean, for us, because we're in Jersey, you wouldn't your initial thought when you're moving out isn't to move out of state unless you're going to college, and you know maybe you do have the money, which you probably don't if you're going to college. Maybe you do have the money to just move out wherever your college is, but that's still a big move. Technically, you're still living at home.
Yeah.
So, for us, if we were to move out of our parents' home, move in with our partners, we wouldn't initially just think, oh, let's move out of state. We'd probably want to find an apartment close by.
Yeah, you try to stick with what you're familiar with.
Exactly, because you're familiar with the surroundings and you're maybe not too far from your parents' home, so you can still go back. But it's expensive.
Yeah.
It's very expensive. So, what age would be appropriate then?
I feel like there's no specific set age, but I'd say probably somewhere like late 20s going to like somewhere in your 30s, in that range is like the expected age. It's like everybody's trying to like figure out stuff. It's like kind of like what we were saying. So everybody has their own process of how to get out of that situation. Because you know, even if you don't have a partner and you're trying to move out, then it's even harder. Because it's like
then it's just you and you have to pay for everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
It's not a lot of studios and stuff like that. It's like everything's expensive. So yes.
So my question connecting to that I just came up with was, how long should you be with your partner before you move in with them?
Ooh.
That's interesting.
I think it varies in the relationship.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Definitely.
You have some people, they dive right in.
Yeah.
I don't know. So, I'd say a couple years. I mean, honestly, well, it depends on how well you know this person.
Yeah, I would say minimum 2 years.
Yeah.
Minimum.
That's comfortable.
Minimum 2 years. It also, like I said, it depends on how well you know this person. Because living with someone is a completely different story than just like, you know, seeing them here and there.
But the standard would definitely probably be 2 years, because the first year is what they call the honeymoon phase. Second year is you're handling a little bit more, and you've known them. You've probably talked to them for a while before you started dating them. So by 2 years, you should definitely know them. I know in my relationship, I'd know.
Yeah.
But a lot of people do talk about that. When's the right time? I mean, timing is everything in a relationship. Period. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, I would say 2 years. I would definitely agree with that.
Yeah, 2 years minimum definitely isn't a bad starting point.
No.
I definitely agree with that.
Definitely agree?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. So I guess we'll just go back to local for a second. Being that it is about to be February. Your elbow's kind of tight on mine.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was trying to scroll.
Being that it is about to be early February, we expect midwinter or would you count? Yeah, it's definitely midwinter. Midwinter weather. So we've got more snow coming. It was pretty cold out there earlier. It's like low 20s.
Oh yeah.
So we are getting some more snow late tomorrow. So for you guys, it'd be later today or now or whenever you're actually watching this. It might have even passed. But late Tuesday, there will be some snow for our area. Overall, between us and New York in that area there, we're expected to get between 1 to 6 inches. Freezing weather, so definitely everybody take care of yourselves. Don't come to our store. Stay away. Go to wherever. Go to your bodega or something.
Or stay home for once.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
I'm sure you have enough groceries already.
Enjoy a nice snow day for yourself.
Yeah, hot chocolate, ice cream, coffee, tea.
There's no way that's happening. Anytime there's snow, people come running.
Buy boxes of pizza to have and hold yourselves over. That's the case. Domino's. I got a Papa John's coupon earlier. Emailed to me. I'm sure maybe one of you guys do too. But either way, stay home. It's cold AF and it's going to be frozen water everywhere. And I wouldn't want anybody to get hurt. Are you ready for snow? You work tomorrow, right?
Yeah. We both do.
I know.
Yeah.
I'll be seeing you there.
Yeah.
We'll be taking care of some people.
It's tomorrow night?
Yeah, this is tomorrow night.
Oh, okay.
Tomorrow night into Wednesday, and it's supposed to be really cold Thursday and Friday, I believe, as well. So,
all I can hope for is hopefully class is canceled so I can just have a day off and play Kingdom Hearts all day.
No way that's happening.
And I'll call out of work tomorrow because of Kingdom Hearts as well.
They gotta make sure
It's not a
all
bad
that
idea.
shit is shoveled up.
Yeah. I mean, we
Cause
just got snow like last week.
6 inches, it's like, that's okay. It's like, it could be worse.
That's
You could deal with that quickly.
yeah.
If everybody takes the precautions.
Yeah, a lot of shoveling, a lot of salt.
Yeah.
You'll be alright. So it's not. Nobody should be freaking out really because we just got snow, probably almost 6 inches of snow. Maybe actually, I think it might have been 3 that we got, but still, nobody should be freaking out. Everybody, calm down. All right, want to hit your topics?
Well, we had one more thing in the quickfire, didn't we?
No, it's not really a quick fire.
Well,
But we'll talk about that now since we're getting into your stuff. So getting into entertainment, today, aka tomorrow, is the day we've been waiting for
Yes.
15 years.
It's been way too long.
Right?
14,
Way too
15?
long.
Yeah,
No.
like
Like that,
13,
13.
actually. Yeah, 13 years
13.
because Kingdom Hearts 2 came out in 2006.
2006.
We call it 2006.
Oh, man.
2006.
2006 for us, 2005 for Japan.
Shit.
And Sora's back.
Yes.
Got a new hairstyle, slightly different.
Yes.
Older man now.
Yeah.
Or is he?
It is about damn time.
Probably.
We're the ones that go, oh,
I'm sure he's like 18 now.
Nah.
Not legal to drink yet.
It's been
Just
way too
us.
long. Like I was a junior in high school playing Kingdom Hearts 2. And here I am now, 29 years old. And this is about to just drop now. And I still can't believe it.
Hey,
There's a chance that knowing Square Enix, they can still
no. No,
Just delay
no.
it. They're going to recall every single
Andrew
copy.
said the same thing.
They're going to recall every single copy. Like, oh no, there's a fatal error in all of our current copies that will break your system.
What did he say?
That people who pre-order on Amazon got theirs early by accident.
Oh yeah. Which is crazy.
I pre-ordered on Amazon. I didn't get mine yet.
They probably pre-ordered.
They had to send it back.
Yeah,
Didn't they have to send it back?
They probably did.
Oh my god, that's such a.
Wish I was a lucky guy like that.
Nah.
Would they?
That would suck.
Wait,
you have to
no,
send
no,
it
no.
back.
They can't
you had
expect.
it, and then you got to get it back.
Yeah, they can't expect people to send it back with how long they've been waiting.
Yeah.
I know
Like,
these
these
little shops don't care. Once they get it, they sell it.
I like. Come on, it's been 13 years. No one's gonna send it back, and only the dumb people are actually gonna try to play it and get their console banned or whatever.
Probably would be a console ban.
Yeah. So.
Just wait.
Yeah, just wait. Like, if you have it, open it. If you have the deluxe edition, look at the steelbook or whatever.
People have already been doing like gameplay videos, and they already released like the opening scene with the music and everything. I've been ignoring all that. I've been ignoring all
I didn't even know that.
spoilers.
You know why? I just stay off the internet when something like this happens.
Twitch, it's been on Twitch.
I gotta actually update my Facebook.
I can't watch any of that.
I gotta update my Facebook. Like,
I'm usually okay with spoilers.
I gotta tell everyone, like, if you post any spoilers, I'm just removing you. I'm not dealing with it. If you post any spoilers to this damn game, I'm just removing you.
Yeah, I'm be at home
because
losing my mind.
Facebook is what...
Or being at work.
Facebook is why I don't watch Walking Dead, because so much of it has been spoiled for me on Facebook, because people will just
That's a
post
bad
stuff.
excuse.
Oh, no, I'm serious. But like,
you can still watch it.
I don't want to watch it now because now I know what's going to happen. It's better if you don't know what's going to happen.
Do you even know what's happening now?
No.
You should educate yourself.
It's already ruined, man. That's it.
He doesn't know what's happening now.
I don't.
So just watch it.
What's the last season you stopped at?
Yeah, 2.
Oh my god. The farm. The farm,
yeah. I was just so bored.
Much has happened.
Watch the show. It's kind of nuts now. It's actually pretty nuts.
Yeah, it fell off for a second. But
I'll take your word for it.
It's back.
I'll take your word for it.
It's back.
They ain't pulling no punches.
It's back.
Okay. Well, they kind of went away with that farm.
The farm doesn't matter now. The farm is gone.
Listen, where I'm at, it mattered. It still matters.
I'd rather you at this point just skip the whole
skip like 3 seasons.
Start from 7.
Why? Won't I miss a lot of key stuff?
The characters that are dead.
Yeah, start from 6.
Start from 6.
Start from 6. That's the best season to start from.
Okay.
Start from 6.
I have to say, I cannot. With regular show on the TV.
The giant coffee bean.
That's what that is?
Yeah, it's the giant coffee bean. And his nipples squirt coffee.
Oh my god.
And he's in briefs.
Oh my god, I can't. Anyway.
If you guys haven't watched the regular show, it's a ridiculous show. Please watch it.
Oh my.
Alright. Back to our podcast.
Okay.
Alright, Kingdom Hearts, yes. Kingdom Hearts 3 is finally coming out. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it to the late night release, the midnight release. I didn't even think about it. And I'm kind of sad because GameStop's giving out a pretty cool fabric poster. But it's alright. I'll wait.
Yeah. If I waited 13 years, I can wait, a few more hours.
Yeah, exactly. It is the final game in the series, so I'm hoping for something
that we know of.
Yeah. It was probably the final game for Sora. If they continue the game, which I hope they don't, but if they continue the game, it'd be I don't even know, whoever. The story is supposed to be 30 hours, I think.
Not bad.
Yeah. Pretty hefty story, and I'm sure it's going to be an emotional roller coaster. That's what I'm hoping for. I want to be sad when I finish the game.
Yeah.
I was sad for The Last of Us. I mean, even though nothing crazy really happened at the end, but I was sad because the game ended because it was a great game.
Yeah.
Definitely sad for Red Dead Redemption 2. The first one. I was sad for the first one as well. So, great games deserve hefty, emotional storylines. Spider-Man.
Oh yeah,
Spider-Man.
that's another one.
Spider-Man.
God of War 2. If you look at on the wall, Paul knows about it.
Yeah.
If you look at the writings on the wall, if you play God of War
Crazy
from last year, then you'll know what's coming, and it's going to be a pretty sad thing when the next game comes out.
You might go in the first. You might go in like the beginning. Who knows?
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's gonna be nuts. I can't wait for it. I don't know. It's gonna be crazy.
But yeah. So that's tomorrow / today / yesterday / last week. Whenever you're watching this.
Next month.
Yeah, next month, next
Last
year. But that's Kingdom Hearts. I'm sure you have tons of entertainment and video game related news.
Well, not really tons, but these are just things that I was caring about during the week. Now, before I get into mine, I know the Anthem demo dropped. I know Paul's played it. Yeah, what were your thoughts, Paul? I didn't play it yet.
Oh yeah, and the open demo is coming out Friday.
Yeah, it's coming out Friday to Sunday, probably the same times. From noon on Friday to like 9 p.m. on Sunday. Whatever. I don't know. People keep saying they compare it to Destiny or whatever. I don't know. I don't get the Destiny feel. I feel like honestly, like that's probably what people wanted Destiny to be or like expected it to be like when it first like the hype around Destiny in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
But I enjoy the gameplay. I mean, they really emphasize like playing with your friends. Like they kind of have to. Like if you don't play with your friends, then the game is like, it's like it's whatever. Like the real fun. You gotta be with your friends. You gotta be teamed up. Everybody's got like their own tasks. It's like it could be like strategic. It's like it's a pretty fun game. All around, it's a pretty solid game.
I know. I myself
recommend it to anybody.
I really like the looter shooters like Destiny, Division. But when you told me that there wasn't any PvP in it, like I do like PvP aspects of those types of games.
No PvP. What? PvE.
Like I do like PvP aspects of those games, and that's why I like the Division. I'm looking forward to more, and I'm probably gonna hold out for the Division 2 because I'm looking forward to March. Because I'm looking forward to the Dark Zone stuff, and hopefully they revamp the Dark Zone to be a little bit better. Because last time it was too big. I've heard they're sectioning it off. There's gonna be different Dark Zones, which would be good because having one big Dark Zone, it's too big. You have all these people of various levels and gear that are just running around. Some people can just like run up to you and you're dead. You don't even know what happened.
So we're all talking about
the Division.
The Division.
The Division, yeah.
The Division 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I heard they sectioned it off. There's going to be like different ones for different levels, and so that way it probably won't be as confusing and as tedious to traverse. And if that is true, then I think that'll be a pretty good change for the game, especially for the health of the PvP community.
I gotta look into it. I haven't played the first one, so I'm not too sure. Do you have to play the first one to play the second one?
No.
They're not. So they're not connected. They're probably not going to be connected.
Oh, really?
I don't think they're going to be connected. I mean, it was his own story. I think the second one's supposed to be somewhere else too, because the first one was in New York.
Okay.
So I might actually check that out then if you really don't have to. Because, I don't know, I've heard so many things about the Division. Honestly, I was just a little heartbroken that it wasn't a Splinter Cell game. I want Ubisoft, or Ubisoft, however you might pronounce it. I want them to bring back Sam Fisher and the Splinter Cell series. Because with the last one, having played it, I did enjoy it. But I feel like it just didn't give me what I wanted.
Yeah.
I feel like it was not enough stealth. It was a little too loose, a little too open. And I didn't fully enjoy it like I would have with Chaos 3.
I feel like
with Pandora Tomorrow being my favorite.
They probably did that to like cater to the casuals though.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Way more from the stealth.
I mean, it hurt me a little bit. I know even Conviction. It had its.
I didn't play Conviction.
You didn't?
No.
Oh, crap. Well, okay. Well, Conviction, it did have a lot of people had their gripes about it. they felt like it just wasn't the same either, and they didn't really like how it changed, and it became a little bit more cinematic, which I entertained. I liked Conviction, but even still, that didn't really... That had a little bit more stealth aspect, but it didn't really hit home for me either.
Yeah.
I still go back to play Splinter Cell games. I have the trilogy on PS3, and I have both Blacklist and Conviction on my PC. Because I enjoy it. But I heard murmurs about a potential Splinter Cell announcement at the last E3. And that's the only reason I watched it. Come out to not to be true. So, it's fine. Ubisoft, please. Your Splinter Cell fans would like to see another installment. But I guess we'll see what happens in the future.
If anything, I would like to see a remaster of Chaos Theory.
Yeah, definitely.
If anything.
And even Double Agent.
What I missed, yeah, even Double Agent too, because I missed the Mercs versus Spies multiplayer. Like, I really love that. It was some of the most fun times I've had in my early days of online gaming, and that's what I just look forward to. I love the stealth I love the stealth campaign, the hard gameplay, the challenging gameplay, so I get spotted and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And playing online and doing the same thing against other players is just... There's something about it that just really entertains me.
Yeah, and I don't really know if we have many stealth online games like that. If any.
No.
Because that'd be cool. Battle Royale is such a big thing. That's perfect for stealth games. Right?
No.
No? You don't agree?
The stealth
The
battle
stealth
royale?
battle royale?
Yeah!
That would be...
Make it...
I don't know
Alright.
how that would work.
Don't make it 100 players. Make it maybe 5 to 10.
Yeah, that would be a much smaller
5 to 10 in maybe a building. So more close quarters.
But
not in an open field like that.
But then it's not really a battle royale.
Alright, so it's more like a King of the Hill.
Okay.
Kind of, right?
Well, I mean, the game that got closest to that was Double Agent. It was 3 spies versus 3 mercs. Instead of 2v2 like in Chaos Theory and Pin Down Tomorrow, it's 3 versus 3.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
Listen, they can make it work, right?
Yeah.
But I'm just that's my plea for that. That's me being very hopeful for just hopefully another Splinter Cell. Did we cover your topic at all though? Really?
No.
Okay,
it was something that I didn't have a note of, but was something pretty major.
Okay.
As far as that goes. Getting into more stuff though, and this is big for me. I've talked about Blizzard stuff in the past, but the creative director of Witcher 3 and Cyberpunk 2077, Sebastian Stephan, left the company, left CD Projekt Red, and he's going on to Blizzard. And the rumor, and this is unconfirmed as of right now, is that he's going to be working on Diablo 4. And that is huge. That is huge. Witcher 3, winner of multiple Game of the Year awards, highly praised for its gameplay and its story and the massive world and everything, and Geralt's character. Cyberpunk 2077 is one of the most anticipated games right now. Don't know if it's coming out this year. I would imagine.
Actually, do you know if it's coming out? Do you know any release date?
I thought I heard something on release date, and then I looked the other day and I didn't see anything like a clear, definite release date. So,
Yeah.
Have they really? Because I know they showed that hour gameplay, didn't they?
Yeah.
Have they did anything after that?
No.
So they showed the gameplay and that was
it.
Well,
when it
now
comes to...
real quick though. Now thinking about that, being that they did show an hour of gameplay, it seems like it would come out this year.
Yeah.
Having already put an hour of gameplay, because that was before the holidays or around the holidays, like November.
Well, just because they put gameplay out doesn't necessarily mean it's going to come out that next year. Remember Kingdom Hearts? when
sure.
when they announced Kingdom Hearts, when they announced Final Fantasy 15, and they showed that little clip. That was like 3+ years ago.
Yeah, that's very
so
true.
It's like it might not even. It probably will come out next year. If it's not coming out now, either the last little bit of 2019 or next year, most likely.
Okay, well, let's do a head-to-head real quick. Which would you guys prefer, for The Last of Us 2 to be around the holidays, or this to be around the holidays? Because I feel like they both can't really coexist. On top of whatever other games might be coming out.
But they probably will.
Like, not at the same time.
What, Cyberpunk?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is...
man.
Because those are both two very highly anticipated games.
Yeah.
I feel like Last of Us 2 would have the bigger pull.
Well, are we considering exclusives? Being that The Last of Us is just a PS exclusive.
I don't think that matters.
Yeah, probably not.
People probably, just like how people bought consoles for Spider-Man, stuff like that, same thing will happen.
Yeah.
If anything,
Even more so.
Yeah, people who probably didn't even play Last of Us, the first one, they'll probably play that and then go play the second one. So, you never know. I don't think it being exclusive
wouldn't really matter.
Nope. It'll still sell.
Yeah, definitely.
Still gonna sell like crazy. So.
Alright.
What I was gonna say is, this is just huge, especially for. Yeah, that's in my bag. It's all over there. I'm gonna get up right now.
Okay.
No.
All right, just continue.
For the sake of the podcast.
You're leaving the podcast.
Just continue.
No. Oh, that's Chris, everybody.
But anyway, this is huge news. Blizzard needs this. Like, this is good news overall. After that debacle of the Diablo Immortal announcement, this makes everyone everyone pretty hopeful for Diablo 4.
Yes,
and especially with the story. And we can only see where it goes from here. Hopefully it brings good news. Hopefully the only issue that this brings up for me is, like, how far into development is Diablo 4? Like, are they going to have Sebastian give his vision and rework it a little? Or are they going to just have him give them key pointers and try to change the story on those key pointers and deliver something that's really great? Because we've been waiting for a long time for a new Diablo game. Diablo Immortal is definitely not the one that I was looking for, or many other people.
It's mobile, right?
That's just mobile, yeah.
Okay.
And Diablo 3 came out in 2011. So it's about time for a brand new Diablo game.
Wow.
So we can only see what happens. And that's if the rumors are true with him being moved to the Diablo team. Which I can't imagine anything else.
Okay, so was there conflict?
Conflict what?
With him leaving CD Projekt Red?
I don't think so. I didn't hear anything or read anything about conflict over there.
Did they give a reason? Or they just said, just cause?
No, I think he just left. Maybe I don't know. I would imagine maybe Activision Blizzard offered him a very lucrative contract to bring someone like him from a company like CD Projekt Red, who's in really good standing with their audience, to a company like Activision Blizzard, where they're currently in the hot seat. Ever since I would say the release of the latest WoW expansion, because there's been stuff that hasn't been too great about the expansion.
So maybe because they feel like they're in a little bit of hot water, they can use like a refresh, I guess.
Yeah. Another thing, and this is just my own speculation, maybe they could bring him into the WoW team too for the story. You never know. They could take the story in a whole new direction and have ways to tell the story and a bunch of new like mechanics requests that we've never seen before. And maybe they could get his vision, his artistic vision on how to make it new and refreshing. So everything's up in the air. It's a toss up. But I hope it's on the Diablo team because I would like to see a new Diablo game, and I would like to see it done well and done with great justice.
We got some hours on Diablo 3.
Man. Diablo 4 be sick.
Yeah.
I might re-download that.
After.
True.
Because
I just freed up enough space. I freed up some space.
No other game, no time.
36 gigabytes.
I gotta free up some space tonight.
That wasn't that bad though.
The problem is I gotta delete a good game though. I might have to delete like God of War or something.
Did you beat
God of War? I already beat it.
Okay,
you need that external hard drive.
I do.
Yeah.
But I can't get it right now.
You don't have a laptop laying around somewhere?
No.
How much was it?
I don't have a junk.
You made yours, or
yeah,
you paid
I took a hard drive from a laptop out, and I just bought the case. And
how much was the case?
like $7 on Amazon. Yeah. Well, you can find them already made for not so bad, but it's just a lot cheaper just to, use spare hard drive laying around somewhere. Is that all you had to say on CD Projekt Red?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
And my next piece of news is I wish Marquis was here for this.
No, he's in
like he was tweaking out on this pretty hard. Dragon Ball FighterZ Season 2 DLC is confirmed. There's going to be there's new characters coming. Actually, this week, Thursday, Jiren and Videl are going to be added. Jiren, kind of expected. That was the obvious choice for them to release him into the game. Videl, I didn't see coming. Honestly, didn't see coming. But I know some fans would be excited. I'm excited for her. It's nice to see a character like that in the game who wasn't, super ridiculously powerful. But then in game terms, they're usually the strongest ones and they need the most nerfs because of their mechanics and how they perform.
Yeah.
And then, just when we thought that was it, and we have to wait for, the coming months for the next 4 reveals, we get 2 more reveals, which were Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta from the Broly movie and Broly himself from the movie. There's already the regular Broly from the older movies in the game. This is going to be the movie Broly, so of course...
Still haven't seen that.
Yeah, me neither. And this is going to be... since it's
heard it was sick.
Yeah.
Nice.
Since this is an anime game, having multiple copies of characters and having them have different playstyles is common. So this comes as a surprise to no one if you're a fan of anime fighting games. And, he's going to play a lot differently. I can't wait to see how he plays and how Gogeta plays. Only time will tell when they will be released. But Jiren and Videl are coming this Thursday. But no one will be playing it because everyone's going to be playing Kingdom Hearts. Except for Marquis.
Yeah, exactly. Quickly staying on DBZ, you heard about that RPG game, right? The RPG?
Yeah, I saw the trailer.
Yeah, the Dragon Ball RPG. Miles
Yeah.
put a, I think it was Miles. He put a trailer for it in the group chat.
Shit.
Yeah.
That could be huge.
Yeah.
If they do it right, that could.
I mean, so far, I guess everybody might have been assuming that it was supposed to be slightly different. But from what I did see in the trailer, they didn't really show that much.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like they're trying to make it like a vast land.
Yeah.
A very vast, open worldish kind of land. Because they did show parts where Goku was kind of walking through, his hometown and just different areas in the wilderness, and then they ended with him standing, and then you just see an open land and things flying through the sky. So it looks like that's what they want to do. They want to make an open world RPG.
I feel like the scale has to be big. Though.
Yeah, it has to be big, and they also have to definitely incorporate flight.
Yeah.
But nice, make it nice and fluid. But it could be good.
That's one of those games
that
I want people to take their time with.
Definitely, absolutely, and
half-ass
I would probably say end the DBZ games with this.
End it with them?
End it, make it good and end it. Because they've been doing DBZ games for as long as I can remember. And
That's true.
FighterZ looks good. I still haven't played it, but I'm interested. But I know it had its criticisms. Both Xenoverse had their criticisms. A lot of people would say they haven't really done DBZ right since the Tenkaichis or even the Budokais. I wouldn't say the Budokais. I would say maybe the Tenkaichis. Those ones that were on 360 that Miles was playing, like Burst and all that. Those are pretty good too. But they've had criticisms for a while. But you wouldn't agree?
I don't know. I thought they were doing good, especially like Xenoverse. I played a little bit of both, and to be honest, it wasn't my cup of tea, really.
Well, yeah. I mean, the whole character creation was probably the big selling point. Mm-hmm. They were trying with Naruto. I don't know how far that went.
Oh yeah, Shinobi Strikers. That came out.
Came out.
Yeah, that came out last year actually.
Wow.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if anybody.
Like
really
sometime in October. I don't know.
I know they had their criticisms with that
I played
too.
the demo for that. It was okay. I mean, I'm not something I would go spend $60 on.
Was it kind of Xenoverse like? Because you would train with somebody to gain powers and stuff too, right?
Pretty much. Xenoverse, but Naruto-esque.
Yeah, I mean, for the Naruto games, I would definitely say that they've gone well. But they also feel like they definitely have been doing it as long as DBZ.
No.
A lot of the DBZ games I did enjoy, but I feel like the last couple, I mean, maybe it's just me growing up. Maybe that's what it is. But I definitely would say end it with this RPG. Make it great. Take your time. And then stop. Because I don't know if people are really playing DBZ fighting games like that. Well, except for Xenoverse. But that's because it's not Mortal Kombat. Marvel vs. Capcom-esque.
You mean except for Fighters?
Yeah, Fighters.
Okay.
And that's like a real fighting game. Like, I enjoyed the whole 3D thing too, but if you were probably gonna do like competition and like,
oh yeah, of course,
yeah, that's the best way to go.
And plus, another thing that made fighters really popular was the failure of MVC Infinite.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
It was just a big.
That
mess.
was hyped.
It was hyped because of Marvel vs. Capcom, but then it came out and it was just like awful. The characters look awful. I remember when they first showed off Chun-Li in that cinematic, in that gameplay cinematic. I was like, oh my god, yeah, no X-Men characters.
Yeah.
They need to figure out something. Going on a little bit of a tangent with Marvel vs. Capcom, they need to figure out some way with all this licensing. The licenses for these characters are everywhere, and if they want to make a good Marvel vs. Capcom game, they need to figure that shit out and put the characters people want into the games and make it look good. Like, people want a good-looking game with good gameplay. That's the reason why Marvel vs. Capcom 3, that's why the rating of that game was so short. It's because of all the rights of all these characters were all over the place, and they couldn't. And then that was also around the time that Disney got acquisition of Marvel, and so that screwed a lot of things up. Yeah, because that game was going to be supported for years to come, much like Marvel vs. Capcom 2 was. And Marvel vs. Capcom 3 was a great game. It just, because of that, that's what pretty much put the nail in the coffin for that game. It wasn't a bad game. It was just a bunch of business decisions that killed it.
And that's always going to be the case, even with the movies dealing with Marvel and Disney. But, yeah, for that, I don't know. You think there will be another Marvel vs. Capcom after that?
Oh, yeah. But they have to figure out a way to do it right.
Definitely.
They definitely can't let that stop the series because it's so popular of a franchise and people want to see a good Marvel vs. Capcom game.
Well, if they don't have a choice. If they don't have a choice. And that's my hot take on that. If they don't have a choice, if they can't dish out the money or they can't seem to get a hand on licensing, then you remember the Friday the 13th game, right? That I used to play a lot. I know you definitely remember. That game died because of licensing and a lawsuit, actually.
Oh, really?
For the rights over Jason and just the rights over. I think the guy that was suing, he was a director or something with the movies.
Yeah.
And so he never approved for Gun Media and I forgot the name of the other company, to use the likeness.
Yeah.
the sound effects, the music, and all that. So a lawsuit came. And they were dealing with the lawsuit, I believe, even since the game's inception. And then it got really bad once the popularity came out, and a lot of people were converting from Dead by Daylight to the game, and DLCs and stuff started coming out, so the game started profiting.
Yeah.
So then they were talking about this huge big update that was supposed to make the game feel fresh, bring a lot of media and content to it, and now the game's dead. They put it out for free on PSN. There's nothing coming out, and I believe the lawsuit is still happening. So the game's dead now. There's no further plans for it. So that's what I'm saying. If they don't have a choice, if they can't get the rights and they can't settle, then what's going to happen?
And they shouldn't release it. Shouldn't release anything until
it wasn't
figuring that out.
Well, as far as Marvel goes, it wasn't any kind of lawsuits. It's just that, you know, these characters are everywhere, and the people who own the rights to these characters are being stingy and won't let them use the rights.
Money.
Like I know Fox with X-Men,
and Deadpool.
Yeah, like
was Deadpool in the game?
No. He was in 3.
Yeah.
No X-Men.
No X-Men, no Deadpool.
No Deadpool, no Wolverine, none of these guys.
Well, my Kingdom Hearts just shipped.
No
Got
Magneto.
the update just now.
Yeah, they took the money out of my account this morning. Like 2 hours before I found out that GameStop was doing the midnight or the late night release, which is happening now actually. Wow, Nick's having a blast. I know that.
It's going on right now?
Yeah, 8:00.
Which GameStop?
Yeah, Livingston Mall. I think he said it was 8:00, unless that's when they were. But
I remember when we went.
It was late.
Yeah, it was like literally midnight.
Yeah, but he was saying that I guess maybe they weren't going to do midnight this time around.
So you're saying he can get it right now and come home and play it?
Probably.
Wow.
I don't know. I mean, he said he was leaving around 8, so I think I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but anything else to add?
No, just looking. This is a good week for games. If you're a FighterZ fan, Season 2 is coming out.
Square Enix fan.
Yep. If Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming out, like Paul just said, the Anthem Open demo is coming out on Friday.
Yep.
Some big releases are coming, and this is like the start of the big guys for this year.
What's next?
What do you mean?
In terms of games?
Well, Kingdom Hearts now, Anthem next month.
If you're into Civilization on PC,
I did like Civilization.
PC.
Yeah, I played Tropico. Similar.
The DLC comes out next month. It's going to introduce like the United Nations and global warming situations and a bunch of new civs.
You ever tried Tropico?
No, because I play Civ on PC. Anyway,
Tropical's on PC too.
Yeah, but Civ is better. Anyway, Division 2's coming out in March. Mortal Kombat's in April. I believe there's some games in between there. You never know with the indie games and stuff. Maybe some updates to allow people's favorite games.
Any indie games?
Not really. I know From Software has this game called Sekiro coming out, I think in March or April. So that might make some unexpected noise.
That's me and you know who.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Alright.
And that's you.
What? Alright. Is there anything else?
No, that's all.
Alright. That's it? Jesus Christ. So we're just gonna end it here. Yeah, we just experienced.
Jesus.
Alright, so that's it. Not too much, like, I guess, really breaking news here. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of news coming in next couple hours to next couple days. Hopefully we'll have Paul back. hopefully we'll also not have Marquis dying right now at work.
Actually, shouldn't he have just gotten off? Or is he staying at the closing?
He's closing.
So
maybe we'll have Dan and try to get Jared back here because he was a big help as well. I just want all my friends to be on my podcast.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're always here, so.
Yeah.
But that's it. Once again, thank you for all the viewers that follow us, that listen to us, that do suggest topics. My girlfriend is actually the one who suggested the one about when should people move out of their parents' home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So shout out to her. Once again, Mike is the one who suggested the last topic last week. Mm-hmm. So I appreciate all the suggestions, the constructive criticism, everything that could help make our content better.
I should have asked who for something. Maybe.
Oh my God. Forgetting you know who.
You know who.
But I do appreciate all that. As I always say, I just want no negativity, all positivity, positive energy with...
What? Alright.
I'm trying.
I cannot watch this show right now, man.
We're done here. Regular show is interrupting everything. Thanks for watching. Peace.
Oh my God.